of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine.
Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business on this Monday morning. Let's talk with Eric Winquist. He's with a company called JAMA Software. That's JAMA Software.com. And Eric, welcome to the program. How are you today?
Thanks. I'm doing well, Kevin.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and your company.
Yeah, so founded the company about 7 years ago, and at JAMA what we do is we make software that helps companies that are building really complicated products like software applications or really any type of product that runs software like a smartphone navigation system all the way up to like spacecraft. And what our software does is we give teams a real easy way to define and collaborate around all the specifications and details you can imagine that go into building these types of products.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of give us an overview. What's a typical client for a company like yours?
So we focus on primarily larger organizations, companies like Boeing or Time Warner, GE, Philips, but also fast-moving innovators like SpaceX, for example. Companies that have teams that are distributed, spread out, that are kind of facing the challenge of taking these products through the innovation and development process.
Okay, what is the what would you say is the typical size range? What's a small company for you to work with? What's a large in terms of size?
Yeah, so small company is probably going to have maybe 500 employees. But it's oftentimes there's somebody that's building a subcomponent or kind of a niche product. And then for a large company, these are the billion-dollar, Fortune 100 companies that have, thousands of products and, hundreds of thousands of employees spread out around the world.
Mm-hmm. What would you say is the biggest challenge you guys are facing as a company?
For us right now, we're scaling and growing quickly, and so finding the right employees, finding the right talent as quickly as we're growing, that's kind of been a challenge. And we are now, when we're headquartered in Portland, we do business around the globe, but really when we conduct a search, when we're looking for somebody, we really look everywhere now. So we find a lot of people here local in Portland, but we're also moving people in from all parts of the country.
Yeah. Let me ask you, I noticed at your website at jamasoftware.com, you talk about, some of the trends that are, driving industry today. Talk a little bit about those.
Yeah, well, I think, for our customers in particular, but really anybody that's delivering, building products for the market, one of the big challenges is complexity. And, we're always trying to get products to market faster. Ones that are meeting customer needs, but really what's challenging that is the level of complexity that's involved today. Most products now are, how they have a software component. So you think about, our cars, they have millions of lines of software code inside of them. You look at recent developments even in things like the thermostat with Nest, where now we have smart thermostats. So, one of the challenges is to bring a product to market, we have a software team and a hardware team. All of these folks need to figure out ways that they can work together to really get those products complete and out into the marketplace. And that's an area where we've kind of focused on, where we can help.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. What would you say is, the reason why you've enjoyed so much recent growth?
Well, I think, it's a couple of things. I think one is, really understanding the market, understanding our customers, and focusing in and figuring out, what's the value that we're going to provide to the customers, and making sure that it's, that strongly resonates. And that can be a challenge when you're targeting these really large enterprises, especially when you're a relatively small company. We're about 125 people.
Yeah, 125 people. Yeah, and you've only been around, since 2007, I think I saw?
Yep.
That's incredible if you think about it. That you say it's small, but it's pretty big for a company that old.
We've been growing fast. I think we added about 60 people the last year.
Yeah, and so on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being most busy, where would you put yourselves on that scale?
10 was most busy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm at 11 right now.
There you go. Well, that's good. So a lot of companies think, hey, it may be time to slow down, contain our growth, but it sounds like you guys are trying to just figure out how to accommodate that growth. How would you describe that situation?
Yeah, I think it's a balance, right? Culture is so important as you grow. Making sure that we don't lose sight of the reason we're here is to serve the customers and make sure that customers are successful. So you're balancing that with the market opportunity. Right now, there is significant opportunity. There is companies are really challenged and they need help figuring out how to navigate the complexity and the growing teams and the fact that teams are distributed around the world. How do we keep everyone on the same page? So we do try and balance those. And I think, going back to the culture, that can really help as you grow. When you can't, connect with everyone in the company anymore, that's where you really rely on kind of the culture to help make sure that you're growing in a way that is healthy and sustainable.
Okay. And I think that's fantastic. I think it's a great story, and I tell you, it's interesting to see all the nuances. You guys deal with a lot of nuances when it comes to the delivery that, I don't think people even thought of, even not that long ago. And so it's interesting to see how we are systematizing everything.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the other, more recent is that now when you deliver a product, or say software, for example, the expectation is that I'm not only going to be able to use it on my PC, but I'm also going to get that over any device that I want, my iPad, my iPhone, my Android device, any of these devices. I want the same experience, and so that adds another level of complexity and expectation for a lot of our customers.
Okay, very good. Eric Winquist, he's CEO of Jama Software. And that's Jama, Jama, software.com. Hey, Eric, thanks so much for being with us today.
Thanks a lot.
Enjoyed learning about your story. I'm Kevin Price. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope you spend it wisely. Check us out at usdailyreview.com while there. Like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter. Have a great day. Spend it right here on this station. Oh, hey, do you want to remind you? This today's show brought to you in part by ChrisKidd.com and USI.biz. Have a great day.